This lesson is on equation of a line in slope y-intercept form, which remember is y equals mx plus b. So we recall that in the equation of a line, the y stands for the dependent variable, the m is the slope, x is the independent variable, and the b value is the y-intercept. We're going to take a look at this chart, and given the equation, we're going to fill in the slope, which is m, and the y-intercept, which is b. So let's remember that the general equation is y equals mx plus b. So my m is going to be whatever is multiplied by the x, and my b is what is being added or subtracted. So my slope for this first equation is -2, and my y-intercept would be -5. In the next equation, there is no number being multiplied by the x, but we know that there is an invisible 1 there. So my slope is 1, and my y-intercept would be a +2. For the next one, my slope is 2/5, and my y-intercept is 8. For this question, I can see my slope is a -1/2, and I don't have anything being added or subtracted, so that would be like a +0. So I know my y-intercept would be 0. And we saw this equation in our last unit in our direct variation. Y equals 4 is interesting, so if I look at the general form mx plus b, the 4 is the b, so that's my y-intercept. There is no mx term. That tells me that m has to be 0. And then we know if we were to graph that, that would be a horizontal line. All right, let's take a look at example 2. In example 2, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to state the slope and the y-intercept, and this time we're also going to write the equation. So we're going to state the slope, state the y-intercept based on the graph, and then write an equation. So let's start with the y-intercept. So my y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis, so that'll be right here, and I can see that that is -5. To find my slope, I'm going to need to use my formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'll need 2 points. I already have 1 point here, 0, -5, and I'll use this point here. So that is going to be 3, -3. I'll go ahead and label my points. So I have x1, y1, x2, y2, and then we'll sub in. So y2 is going to be a -3 minus y1 is a -5 divided by x2 is 3 minus 0. So -3 minus -5 we know is the same as -3 plus 5, so that's 2, and 3 minus 0 is 3. I have my b value, I have my m, and I'm ready to write my equation. So m equals 2/3 x minus 5. We did this in our last unit, so this isn't new either. This is almost like a review. And we're going to do the same thing for the next line. You might want to pause the video, do the solution yourself, and see if you get the same answer as me. So right here, we have our b value of -2. That's where it crosses the y-axis. And now I'm going to do my formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I have 1 point already, 0, -2. And I'll get another point right here, and that is -4, 0. So I'm going to label x1, y1, x2, y2. So for y2, that's -2, subtract, y1 is 0, x2 is 0, subtract, x1 is a -4. So -2 minus 0 is -2. Let's remember that 2 negatives make a positive, so that's a +4. And then we always want to write that as a fraction in lowest terms. So our final answer is -1/2. Okay, let's go ahead and write our equation. So y equals -1/2x minus 2. And that makes sense that we have a negative slope because our line is going down and to the right. All right, let's keep moving. In example 3, now this is what is going to be new for us. Example 3 says the slope and the y-intercept are given. We have to write the equation and we're going to graph the line. And we're going to graph the line without actually doing a table of values. This is a new method of graphing, and it's using the slope and the y-intercept. So we have our Cartesian plane already quartered for us into the 4 quadrants. Let's go ahead and put arrows on the ends of the x-axis, label it to the right, arrows on the ends of the y-axis, and we'll label the y to the top. Now let's put our scale in. Remember that we want to be directly on the line, not in between. Okay, let's go ahead and show the origin. Okay, and now we're ready to graph. So we'll start by writing the equation. So we know that this would be y equals 3 over 4x minus 4. Let's go ahead and write the equation for each one, and then I'll show you how to graph. So this would be y equals negative 1 over 2x plus 5. Y equals negative 3x plus 0, but remember we don't need to write that plus 0. Y equals 5x plus 1. Alright, so now we're going to, we're ready to plot. So I have my m and my b, and when we draw a line using m and b, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to identify where the y-intercept is. So b is negative 4, and I'm going to plot that point first. Now I'm going to use my 3 over 4, and I'm going to remember 3 is my rise, and 4 is my run. So from my y-intercept, I'm going to rise 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll run 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's my next point. So because 3 is positive, that's why I moved up, and because 4 is positive, that's why I moved to the right. Now I'm going to repeat. So from my new point, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I would be off. I'm going off the graph. If I go the other way, I would do the opposite. I would go down and to the left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line now. Okay, so I'll draw a line to represent those points. And then I'm going to go ahead and label the line with the equation. So this was y equals 3 over 4x minus 4. Okay, we got our first one done. All right, let's try our next one. So we're going to start again with our m and our b. So my b here is 5, so I put a point at 5. And then I'm going to follow, I have negative 1 over 2. So we have to make sure we understand that the negative that sits out front has to either go with the numerator or denominator. I like to put it with the numerator. So that tells me I have a rise of negative 1 and a run of 2. So from 5, this time I have to go down 1 because it's a negative, and then I have to move to the right 2 because the 2 is positive, 1, 2. And there's my next point. And then I continue down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2, and then I can go in the other direction. This time I'll go up 1, so that means my 1 is positive, and to the left 2, so my 2 will be negative. So up 1 and to the left 2, up 1 to the left 2. Okay, now that I have my points, I'm going to draw my line. Okay, going through the points, and let's just change the color so it's a different color, and then I'll go ahead and we'll write the equation next to it. So that's going to be y equals negative 1/2 x plus 5. Okay, looks good. Let's try our next one. So our next, we'll change colors here. Our next line is a slope of negative 3 and a b value of 0. So if our b is 0, we know we're starting right on the origin. If I have a slope of negative 3, we know that's the same as negative 3 over 1. So negative 3 is my rise and 1 is my run. So I'm going to start at the origin, which is my b value. I'm going to go down 3 because it's a negative 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1. Down 3 and to the right 1. Okay, I can't do any more points in this direction, so I can do now a positive 3 with a negative 1. That still gives me a negative 3 slope. This time I go up 3 and to the left 1. Up 3 and to the left 1. Okay, and let's go ahead and draw a line. through our points. Okay, it looks good. We'll change the color, and then we'll go ahead and we'll label with the equation. So this is y, whoops, there we go. Let's try that again. So I'll do y equals negative 3x. Okay, we have one line left. So we'll start with our b value. So my b is 1, so I'm going to put my first point on the y-axis at 1. My slope is 5, so we know that means 5 over 1. So I have a rise of 5 and a run of 1. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1. And then I'll do the same thing going the other direction. So if I go down 5 and to the left 1, we know two negatives make a positive. I still end up with my positive 5. So from my b value, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then to the left 1. Okay, and I'm ready to draw my line. And we'll go through those points. Okay, let's change the color. And then we'll go ahead and write the equation next to it. So that is y equals 5x plus 1. Okay, and that's what's new in this lesson, is graphing using your slope and your y-intercept. I'm going to pause the video now, and I'll continue the next examples in part 2 of this lesson.